Hi everybody, welcome to this live session. Today we'll speak about Trusted Digital Platform by Sopra Steria and how we become stateful with this. I'm Thomas Jouffroy, a DevOps engineer. I work for Sopra Steria for about 10 years, and I hope you will find this presentation interesting. So we'll begin with a quick presentation of Sopra Steria offer, and Sopra Steria Trusted Cloud and how we build it. We will see our experiences with some of our customers, and we'll finish by our service catalog. So Sopra Steria is one of the leaders in digital transformation in Europe. We have about 46,000 people, and we are in the top 5 of European players. We are in 25 countries. So yes, from my point of view, we are a big company, but we try to keep the mindset of a startup. We try to keep focus on people, and they have to feel free to develop and build solutions, to innovate, find the way to go to their objective. We are really human-centered. Sopra Steria global offer cover many IT domains. On the left side, you can see the consultancy part, which goes from the development and transformation to the cloud infrastructures, passing through cybersecurity and digital consultancy. On the right side, you can see our editor part, which is mostly related to banking and human resources and real estate. The Trusted Digital Platform project was issued from many partnerships. The Trusted Digital Platform develop is partnership with some natural choice. From our side, Red Hat was a natural choice because we work with Red Hat operating system since a long time. We work with OpenShift. We are mostly certified with OpenShift, and now we go on OpenStack. The OVH choice was also natural because it's one of the leader in cloud in France, and it is mostly recognized by the public sector. And to be honest, the target of the sovereign cloud is some public sectors, so that's mostly interesting. The Trusted Digital Platform is built on 2 different sites, so we provide high availability and redundancy. Those 2 sites are split in different clusters of bare metal built on the OVH platform. We build our infrastructure as a service platform with an OpenStack built on each region, and our container as a service platform is OpenShift built on this OpenStack. Again, we built this Trusted Digital Platform to host French companies and administration, and improve our development team's efficiency. For example, our Sopra Steria Alive Intelligence, which is mostly issued about some OpenShift container on InnerShift on the platform that I will speak later, and now the Trusted Digital Platform with an OpenShift on. It creates lots of human links between different teams, development teams and operational teams that create only one DevOps team now. And that's really interesting from my point of view. The first question when we deployed this platform was how to manage data protection in Kubernetes. How to manage disaster recovery and data protection. Are they 2 different things, or not? And do we have to develop something specific for each applications, each environment, each clusters, or not? So let's show you our first attempt. It was quite a long time ago, but let's see this. The first attempt was on an OKD platform on VMware. The objective was to write a script to back up the cluster and all the workloads and the data. So we loop on all the masters, backup etcd, registry, loop on all namespace, save workflows, save workloads as a YAML file. And it was a quite simple script executed from a cron tab on the backup VM, and with the databases who port forward inside these scripts. So that's quite easy to maintain because it's a simple script, but it has some points to improve. So the main problem is that secrets are available on this machine, accessible by any admin users on this machine. And the point complicated is that the specification and the dump are not fully related. They are linked between some folders, but it's hard to be sure of the validation of the data inside of that. So let's improve this solution. This customer was using NetBackup for his whole infrastructure. So we tried to have a look to this backup sidecar that we include to our deployment, and we back up all the volumes with that. And we moved the script inside of a run deck in an OKD pod. So now we provide high availability with the run deck. We reuse NetBackup licenses from our customer. PVC's backup is now fully supported because we have the sidecar next to the one. But again, we still have the same problem. It's quite hard to correlate information from the specification, the YAML workloads, and the dump or the copy of the data. Data restoration is not so easy as it seems, and but there's positive points regarding the previous version. So the second approach is related to Kubernetes. So let's build that over Kubernetes. Kubernetes provides us the high availability. Kubernetes need some backup also, and the easiest solution is let's build that on the top of Kubernetes. That's the easiest way where we have all resources available. So our next example is an InnerShift production cluster, which is on AWS, running with EBS and S3 buckets. So we take the same idea of the script and we put that on cron jobs. So we export all the specifications in an S3 bucket on a YAML format, and with another cron job, we dump all databases and export to an S3 bucket. So that's interesting because all cron jobs are managed by OpenShift or Kubernetes. We are all using cloud native APIs. It's easier to find logs and troubleshoot. The main interest is that team can manage their own backup. Now they are able to reuse our model. So we build one model and they all use our model. They can update it and manage their own backup and retention. The credentials are mostly secrets because they are in the secrets, and the networks issues are not problems because we are in the same namespace. Again, it's a classical script, so we still have to manage exceptions in the shell script, and that can be quite complicated. Again, it's still hard to to correlate specification and dump, but that's a quite good evolution. We are not using snapshot capabilities of EBS, which can be really interesting in our case. And to be honest, retention can be the more important problem in our case, because here we are creating S3 buckets manually, and we have to configure retention or file expiration on those one. If you forgot to do this task, you can have a big bill at the end of the month or the end of the year because you forgot to configure expiration. So it's not the best. This solution is not perfect, but that's a quite good one for the moment. Inner shift on production on the trusted digital platform. So now we made a choice related to our backup tool. So we are still in OpenShift. We are on an OpenStack platform using Cinder. And our first project was to move to the trusted digital platform, the production cluster. So K10 completely support this migration from AWS to OVH. And this is a Knative solution developed and maintained by a vendor, which is Kasten. So it's a quite easy cluster migration that happened. Just an export and an import on the new cluster, which is scheduled every X seconds. And we have a continuous replication from one cluster to the other. The only thing that we did is a DNS switch. So now retention, monitoring are managed. We have a simple GUI, which is easy to use for all of our developers because they mostly prefer to to use a GUI instead of editing manually cron jobs. And we have a 24 support available because we have a vendor. The cons is easy to understand. Now we have to pay a license per node to a vendor. That's usually the case. So now the trusted digital platform and data protection and disaster recovery. So let's talk about our service offer with K10. Data protection is now included with our application management and hosting on the Sopra Steria side. Disaster recovery can be available, but it's usually sold separately. It's just an offer. So TDP is now included out of the box for each container as a service deployment. So for each customer, it becomes really important that we are managing for them their data protection. It's one of our service offer. Once you know that everything is safe, I think it's really easy to concentrate on innovation and your job, not managing your data, asking yourself if you are well backup or not. That is Sopra Steria side. So just a little sum up. Trusted digital platform and K10. We cover the migration from OpenShift 3 to 4 with lots of transformation. Again, a migration without any interruption of service. So to be honest, that wasn't the easiest part because all transformation from 3 to 4 was important on Kubernetes objects. The inner shift migration from AWS to trusted digital platform, again without interruption of service, it's about 30 applications and databases. So we have different type of databases, MongoDB, PostgreSQL, and Elastic. Ingénieur is currently backed up on the trusted digital platform by K10. It's one cluster and about 10 nodes. We have more than 30 customer environments on this cluster and more than 200 workloads. The interesting point is that all that is managed by around 10 blueprints and 30 policies. So with the blueprints, you describe how you will back up your application and how you will guarantee data safety. And with the policies, you will define the schedule of your backup and where you export and how you export your backup. We have other clusters on this platform, but several French ministry clusters are backed up and disaster recovery with this solution. It's a 3 dedicated cluster and tenants for about 30 nodes. It's again more than 10 customer environments and more than 300 workloads. And if you have a look, we have just 10 blueprints and 15 policies. So we are using less policies because we have less applications, but we are using the same number of blueprints because it's just a template of how to back up our application. And that's mostly interesting. So thanks for your attention. And if you have any question, don't hesitate. Thanks.